Welcome everybody to the Final Score. I'm your host Nicholas Marcinov, and today we are going to be making our NFL Week 16 predictions. I want to just apologize that we did miss out last week on Week 15 predictions. However, I went ahead and made sure to get everybody's picks because we need to be consistent about that. And of course, it was final season, so you can't be too mad at us because we want a better education. Today, I'm joined by two of my best buddies, and hopefully two more coming in a little bit later. I'm joined by Tanner. How are you doing, Tanner?
I'm doing all right. Not happy with last week's results, but I'm still, I can't even say it yet, but they'll find out soon enough why I'm happy.
Okay, and then Chris, how are you doing, man?
You know what? Is a 5-game or 6-game winning streak after going 6 games under just feels so good.
Yeah. Also, Halo is already in the chat saying I need to be punished because of 11 minutes being late. And of course, I know. But you know what? I'm not going to be super punished because let's take a look at the rankings. I know we weren't live about these rankings, but I did keep track of them. So, still in first place is Tanner. He went 10-6 last week for an overall record of 142.82. However, me and Ben, we both went 12-4. We're both still tied at 140-84. Man, that just seems to be the narrative this season. DJ did pretty well. He went 11-5 with a 137-87 record. And Chris, you went 10-6 with an overall record of 133.91. How do you guys feel about all of that?
Honestly, I thought I did worse than I did, but I'm still in last place, so it really doesn't matter.
I don't know. When I picked my rankings, I didn't even pick this week really is because I missed Thursday's game because we didn't host, as you guys probably know. We didn't host a show. So I was like, I just kind of skipped my mind. And Nick said, I'm going with the favorites. And I was like, cool. But I didn't read a second message. Like, you can pick up until the game. And I was like, well, anyways, I'll just give me the favorites. And I kind of lost. But I mean, hey, 10-6 isn't terrible for just picking Vegas odds. But I'm still on top of the board. I believe I have a 2-point lead over you and
2
Ben?
points, yeah.
So we'll see where I'm at. But now it's closer than ever.
Oh no, Alo says the Henderson Silver Knights got canceled today. The Silver Knights are, of course, the AHL affiliate of the Vegas Golden Knights hockey team. That sucks. All right, well, yeah, you left it to Vegas, and it's a good thing I checked because you could have gone 9-7 had I not checked. The Raiders barely inch out the Browns as being the Vegas favorites, so I'm glad I checked. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into the first matchup here. It is the Thursday night game, the 49ers at Tennessee Titans. I don't even have the notes open. Who's breaking this one down?
Oh, you know what? I do need the notes open.
That would be you, Nick. That would be you who would be covering the first game.
Happy holidays, everybody. Oh, Avs fan is in the chat also. Welcome, Avs fan. Thank you so much. He says something in Russian. Maybe one of you guys could go ahead and Google Translate for that for me while I go ahead and just break down this massive game. The 49ers are 8-6. The Tennessee Titans are 9-5. And if I'm being completely honest, the Tennessee Titans have not been playing like the Tennessee Titans without Derrick Henry. It really just goes to show how much Derrick Henry means to that squad, because whenever they face the worst run defense in the league in the Pittsburgh Steelers last week, they couldn't run the ball. Had Derrick Henry been there, they could have easily have just, pounded the rock the entire time, but that wasn't the case. And then the San Francisco 49ers, man, they've been playing pretty well. I'm very surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised, rather, that they've been playing very well. Jimmy Garoppolo, he's trying his best to say, hey, don't get rid of me, guys. I know Trey Lance is right there on the bench, but do not get rid of me. So he's been stepping up a little bit. He's not super winning them the games, but he's being a really good teammate and a team captain that the 49ers really needed. For me in this matchup, I just look at it as the Tennessee Titans man, they just can't do anything without Derrick Henry. So I'm going with the San Francisco 49ers. I still think Tennessee can pull this one out of the bag, but I'm not too sure. Chris?
Man, why do you have to pick me next?
You were just on the cycle.
Okay, so like you said, I didn't really watch, but I watched some highlights of the Tennessee Titans getting absolutely mopped up by old man Ben and the Steelers, and it was actually kind of sad, not gonna lie. And then on the other side, you got the 49ers who are looking pretty spicy. You know, they're starting to get their act together finally. Maybe going after that playoff run, maybe not getting another, I'm not sure about their draft picks because I don't really pay attention to the draft picks. But I don't know. This one's kind of a tough one because I want to pick the Titans, but do I really?
I mean, your strategy should be, I need to win more games.
They're at home. Give me the Titans. Give me the Titans on the off chance that the home crowd pumps them up.
Pump it up. Pump it up.
Oh, yeah. And also, As Fans Thing said, good evening, slacker Nick Apocalypse.
Yeah, I saw that. Thank you, Avs fan. All right. And Tanner, your pick.
I'm going to go with the 49ers. I always feel like I counted them out a lot in season 1, but now looking at it, now they just keep playing well. Maybe Jimmy Garoppolo is kind of being like, maybe I could turn into Mac Jones. Maybe I could get a little playoff run going here. So we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, I got some good faith in them. Stats are favored a little bit in their favor. I had them. Oh, it's 51%. That's what I remember off the top of my head. It's 51%.
Okay. Yeah, hey, like I said, I feel like this game could easily just go either way. But just in recent performances and stuff, like Tennessee is missing a running back. And, excuse me. Maybe Derrick Henry should be the MVP after seeing everything. Nick, I'm close to 210 subscribers. I was at 205 just a second ago.
No, you're still at 205.
Oh, yes. Okay. Hey, welcome, Alex Rutledge. Thank you so much for being here. It's a pleasure to see you once again. Happy holidays. Welcome to the holiday stream. And yes, me and the gang are here on this beautiful holiday evening. We're going to be moving on to the next matchup.
And we got DJ.
Hey, DJ just joined. How you doing, DJ?
Hey, what's going on, boys? Just glad that I got to make it for this awesome show tonight.
Hey, since you came in just at the end of the first matchup, San Francisco, Tennessee Titans, who are you taking?
I'm sorry, where I just opened up my notes. Where are they playing again? Who's at home?
They're playing in Tennessee.
We're playing in Tennessee.
It'll be a little chilly.
Yeah, it might be a little nippy out.
It will be. You know, tis the season, and because of that, I'm going with the home field team. Give me Tennessee.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So that's actually a
DJ, you might want to change your name real quick.
You may want to change your name. Zoom is just going to put it on blast for you. But that's okay. I'm going to hold off on making your screen really big. Next up, we do have the Cleveland Browns heading on over to Green Bay to take on the Packers. The Browns are 7-7. Packers are 11-3. This is a Christmas Day game, and Ben should be the one breaking it down. But does anybody want to take it over?
I think, you just went, never mind, because I was going to say the Browns are your second favorite team.
I know. And let me just tell you, it was heartbreaking watching that game against the Raiders. Happy for the Raiders, though. Happy for the Raiders. But, man, I feel so bad for the Browns. They got a good team finally and just pooped the bed.
That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. I'll take it.
Perfect.
All right, so we got the Browns here at the Packers. We know the kind of firepower that the Packers have on both offense and defense, especially after last week's win over the Baltimore Ravens. for the Packers. Yeah, Huntley was at the helm, but he was playing just like Lamar Jackson would have been in the game. And so because the Packers gave up that many points, I don't take much away from them because Tyler Huntley is still, just as shifty, just as good of a running quarterback as Lamar Jackson would be. And then also, on the offensive side, Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones. Aaron Rodgers. Could these guys just quit it with all the connections that they have? Touchdowns, yards. Gosh, Devontae Adams is like a fantasy guru, with fantasy points. So we know what they're all about. But what we don't necessarily know about is the Browns team. The Browns, they lost to the Raiders, devastating loss for them. However, they were without a huge portion of their team, a lot of starters. I think about 7, if I'm not mistaken. So with that firepower back, Baker Mayfield, Kareem Hunt, a lot of players from the offense and defense that we didn't see on Tuesday or on Monday against the Raiders will be there at full force. The only takeaway from the Browns having full firepower against the Packers, to which I do believe that they have the talent to pull off an upset against the Packers, is that the Packers are playing at home, and every time the Packers are playing at home, it's like a lock for them, man. I swear Vegas has it for them every time, every home game for the Packers. Give me the Packers, boys.
They have it for the Packers at home every time except for the NFC Championships. I also am going with Green Bay. Even with the Browns having some of their players back, they got to do something more. Chris?
Sorry to cut us off here, boys. Do we still have our YouTube fandoms here? It's my appearance back. It's been a few weeks. I missed you boys so much. And I wasn't in the pregame before saying how much I missed y'all. But we still have our YouTube channel going.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, there's quite a few people that's still here. The Avs fan.
Yeah,
Halo.
Avs fan, Halo, Alex
Jimmy
Rutledge
Chang was in
is
here last time.
Yeah.
I wanted to flex it for Jimmy Chang, but is he already off?
He hasn't shown up yet.
Joined.
All right.
He hasn't shown up yet. So hopefully he'll make an appearance. Okay. But yes, DJ, welcome back. I think it's been 3 weeks, maybe.
Yeah, DJ, welcome back.
Sorry,
I think it's
sorry. That was.
I was like, who is this?
Stream sniping. Just got caught stream sniping.
Got back on.
Okay. Yeah, welcome back, man. I'm happy to have you.
My dog.
All right, Chris, your pick.
Okay. I had so Green Bay has put up 30 plus points in 4 straight games. It's the longest active streak in NFL. So, that's not the right one. Give me the big cheese.
Going with the cheese.
I don't even know what this one is. Like,
let me
the
make it bigger.
Ravens.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah,
I don't even know why I have that in my virtual backgrounds, but yeah, give me the big cheese.
Going with the cheese heads. Tanner, you going with the cheese or the Dookies?
You know who I'm going with.
All
you know
right.
who I'm going with.
Going with Baker Mayfield.
The goat.
The GOAT, the second GOAT. The vice president GOAT. But no, look, we all hate the Packers, all that, but we got to give it to them that they have clinched a playoff spot again in the NFC. So good on them. I thought it was going to be the Cardinals this year. I think we all thought that, but And actually, I could talk about Cardinals next, so that's cool. We'll segue into that whenever we're ready.
Oh, is that the next matchup?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, awesome. Well, let me just go ahead and get rid of the Browns and Packers. I love you, Browns. Next matchup, the second Christmas Day game. It is the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Cardinals. The Colts are 8-6. Cardinals are 10-4. And Tanner, how did the Colts get that 8th win?
I don't know, bro. It's a lot of bullshit. I'm sorry. every time the Colts play the Patriots,
stream.
bro,
we have to do something special.
I cut myself off, dude. I said bullshit. I didn't finish it all the way. But
bull soup.
Every time, bull soup. Every time that the Colts play the Patriots, bro, it's just some what happens, dude. And they just end up losing to them. I don't even know how. I mean, the Colts are an okay team, but they lost. It is what it is. I mean, they took a week off, to rest R&R. Maybe they didn't work so hard. Maybe Belichick's like, hey, let's chill out. We're doing good. But, now that they lost, now they got to keep playing, because now I think the difference between being in the playoffs and not being in the playoffs is 2 games right now. So a lot is on the line for a lot of these teams coming up to a close. But so Cardinals, 62.9% favored with a -1 spread. -1 spread. And I think the Titans had a -1 spread, or the 49ers had a -1 spread against the Titans.
Yeah.
So the percentage was 51%. DJ, you missed it. Percentage was 51% favored 49ers, but a -1 spread. This game is 62.9%, but also a -1 spread. So could be a close game from what they see, because Colts defense, they like to play. But let's talk about Cardinals. Cardinals fans, how do you feel? What does a Cardinals fan and a Vikings fan have in common this season?
Same thing as Big Ben.
They lost to the Lions. Sorry, Ben. I wish you were here, but sorry. But Cardinals
have difference with them, because Big Ben actually tied them.
He tied with them,
but he couldn't beat them.
They're right there.
But he didn't lose though. Yeah, so that's what they have in common. But I don't even know how they lost. Colts beat the Patriots last week. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals, because hopefully they can get it together and mop it up, because I believe when I was looking at their last 5 games, let me just pull that number up real quick for you guys. They're on a 2-game losing streak right now, while the Colts are on a 2-game winning streak. Colts beat Houston and they beat the Patriots, and then the Cardinals have lost to the Rams and just lost to the Lions. So are the Cardinals on a decline? I don't know. Can they pull up from here? Because once you start losing 3 games, things starting to get a little hectic.
I mean, they have lost DeAndre Hopkins, which is a crucial part to their offense. For me, I'm going with the squad with my own personal MVP, Jonathan Taylor. Bring me to the fantasy championships, JT. Let's go. Give me the Colts. Chris?
Yeah, this is one of those games where, I kind of wanted to pick the Cardinals, but after what I saw the last 2 weeks, it's kind of hard to choose them. Me and that dry rub, it goes pretty hard sometimes. But I don't know. This time I don't feel comfortable picking them, because the Colts have just looked pretty scary as of late. So I'm actually going to go with the Colts. Maybe the Cardinals say, hey, that's not right. We're your homies, and they beat the Colts. But right now I'm picking the Colts.
And DJ?
You know what? I got to go with Chris and Nick on this one. Just because, I don't know, I've been watching the Cardinals, and I mean, the defense, it's been holding up as best as it can, but being on the field for that much time, because Kyler Murray is not giving the defense a chance, to getting off the field and taking a breath, because he's been looking weak.
Yeah. He
came back for a little bit, or he came back after that 4-week stint where he was injured, came back and balled out, and then the last couple weeks just literally flat. So, for me, the couple times that I've seen the Cardinals plummet big time, it's because they haven't been able to stop the run, and the Colts have the best running back, in my opinion, in the game right now. With Derrick Henry injured, I think that JT is definitely number 1 right now for running back.
And just to give you guys an idea, Arizona has lost 4 of their last 7 after starting the season 7-0.
Yeah. DJ, let me just throw this out to you. In my fantasy league, my first running back I took was Derrick Henry, and my second running back I took was Jonathan Taylor.
Nice.
I could have had 1 and 2, baby.
Yeah, I know, man. Well, hey, at least Derrick Henry got you halfway there, And honestly, I don't even think you need Derrick Henry at this point with how productive Jonathan Taylor has been. And that's why I'm picking the Colts on this game, because, I don't know, Cardinals are not looking strong like they were. What the heck?
We'll see what happens. But you know who else isn't looking strong? It's our first of the Sunday matchups. The New York Giants taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Giants are 4-10. Eagles are 7-7. And DJ, you get to break down this game for us.
All right, boys. I mean, this is going to be a quick one for me, okay? we all saw how the Eagles performed last night, actually. Last night, because Jalen Hurts looking confident, running around, scrambling, finding open guys. Dallas Goedert making amazing catches, just mossing fools left and right. The defense just absolutely hammering. What was that guy's name? Robert Glenn or something like that? The quarterback who stepped in. I know because Taylor Heineke and the backup for Washington was out, so they went with some guy named like Greg Gilbert or something like that, who got absolutely destroyed. And hey, mind you, I know Washington had a lot of injured players a lot of players out due to COVID and whatnot, but defensively, offensively for the Eagles, things were just clicking. And I gotta say, this game, for a division rivalry, I mean, it's always a toss-up. But because the entire division is the most poo-butt situation of the saddest division in all the league, I mean, it's really hard to say that the Giants will be able to step it up, coming into Philadelphia, taking on Jalen Hurts, who I feel like is finding his swagger and starting to move around and actually making big-time plays. Because, hey, between the Eagles, the Giants and the Washington football team, I mean, I think the Eagles are the hungriest out of them, and they're chasing Dallas for that playoff spot. I mean, not the number one spot, but to get into the playoffs behind them, obviously. But so give me the Eagles, man. I like Jalen Hurts right now, getting his stuff on.
All right, and Tanner, who do you like in this matchup?
The Eagles. As we say about Philadelphia, we're just gonna be respectful. They got 69.5% favored, and they have this is one of the highest spreads I think for this week. Just looking at it, second highest, -9.5 points favored on them over the Giants. I think they're out for playoff contention, so there's nothing that they can even. I believe they are. Let me look at the playoff.
They're not quite out. The last team to be eliminated was the Bears.
The Bears.
Yeah.
The losers. The Bears are the losers.
The Bears.
But the Giants are possibly up next for being eliminated. But they're number 14. They're completely at the bottom. Is there anything for them to even play for this season?
Just
maybe
draft ranking.
Yeah, exactly. So, but Eagles are going to come up and they're going to mop them. So give me the Eagles. And for you guys that don't know why this is important is guess who's on the bubble? Guess who's number 8 spot in the NFC right now?
Who?
The Eagles.
Yep.
They're fighting for everything.
And right above them is the Vikings.
Yep.
Eagles are at 7-7. Vikings are at 7-7.
And you know
the Vikings
who's
are
right?
in.
You know who's tickling their butt?
The Saints.
Saints
are also 7-7. But if things look the way they are, 49ers win, they'll go up 1, and then we'll just kind of see what happens. If the Vikings lose to the Rams, I'm gonna save that for later. Someone gonna lose playoff contention. Just have to see.
I'm going Eagles. It's not even close for me. Mike Glennon is going to be starting for the Giants for the rest of the season. Feel bad for Daniel Jones, but they're a terrible organization as they are right now. Chris? You are muted.
Sorry, I went to sneeze and muted my mic. Forgot to unmute it. So some interesting facts for you guys. Did you guys know that the Eagles are first in rushing right now?
What?
Damn.
Yeah.
Just because of Hurts?
Pretty much. And did you also know the last meeting that these two teams had, the Eagles lost to the Giants 13-7, where Jalen Hurts only had 129 yards, 4.2 yards per attempt, 3 interceptions, a rating of 17.5. He also got sacked 3 times.
Oh, man. Say no more.
I forgot.
This game all day.
But that was in New York, baby. This is
Yeah, and
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia is a little bit more dangerous than New York. So I'm actually going to go with the Eagles. I don't remember the last time I picked the Giants, and I'm pretty sure when I did, I very much regretted it.
Yeah, I gotta say, are you still doing alternate universes, Nick? Because I swear I have I have the Giants like 9-5 right now, and I feel like such an idiot for that being the case.
You know, I'm curious myself. Let me just take a little peeksy doodle at your thing.
Yeah.
For the Giants, nah, DJ, you've only picked them 3 times.
Oh, really? Oh,
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
Then what I think the memory with that is that I've like picked them in very, very bold situations to where I was like, oh, they're gonna win on this one.
Dude, I'm looking at your standings right now, and I'm so excited to tell you what everything is like, especially your NFC North. This thing is crazy. Oh my gosh. And your AFC North is pretty wild also.
I still have the Raiders at 13-0, and
14.
goddamn it, I'm 14-0. Sorry, GD. I'm still standing by it. They should be 14-0.
They should. They're the ones who got beat pretty bad this season also. Yeah,
Sure.
dude, your thing is very good for an alternate universe. Chris, let me just take a little peeksy doodle at yours. Oh, your NFC North, man. That's a surprising champion right now. Oh,
How many times have I actually picked the Giants?
Chris,
Yeah.
Oh, you've only picked the Giants twice.
Okay,
There's
twice.
one team you have never picked this
Ooh.
season.
The Jets.
I want to know.
You have picked the Jets one time. You
I
have.
probably regretted that.
This is why I'm so shocked. You have never picked the Seattle Seahawks
Oh yeah.
at
I'm
all.
gonna use my
like
one
that,
F bomb. Fuck the Seahawks.
Oh my gosh! And then
Well, I mean, dude, they have been playing like booty. It's so terrible.
Yeah, they have.
All right, I'm sorry I brought up the alternate universe. So
yeah, let me get out of here. Dwayne Hampton, thank you so much for being here. And if that is a link, you probably don't want to click on it.
I was just about to say that too.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Dwayne.
Oh, that's a bot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, bot. Thank you for the viewership. It really does mean a lot to me. All right, let's get out of here, and then we can talk more about the alternate universe.
We're making some serious legway if we got a bot in our chat right now. You know what I'm saying?
I get them constantly, yeah. Next matchup is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Carolina Panthers. The Buccaneers are 10-4. Panthers are 5-9. Chris, what the buck happened there?
You know what the buck happened? Tom Brady got shut out for the first time in 15 years.
You know who never got shut out in his career? Drew Brees.
Drew Brees. Yeah, so I was actually really shocked.
Shut up.
Wait, I don't know about you guys, but I was actually shocked to hear that. Like, I mean, I know, Tom Brady's the GOAT and all, but to have to go 15 years without being shut out, like, that was like mind blowing to me. I don't know. So we got the Buccaneers, who are, one of the, titans of NFL right now, and then we got the Panthers, who are the little kitty cats who, started off kind of strong, but have just been booty butt cheeks lately. Somebody's injured on the Buccaneers, and I forgot who it was.
Net is down. They're starting running back. The Buccaneers just signed Le'Veon Bell.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
They lost Chris Godwin for the rest of the season. Mike Evans had to leave the game. As much as I love the Saints, we were tackling pretty low, and I was not okay with that.
Yeah. Anyway, the Panthers, I don't see them beating the Buccaneers. Give me the Buccaneers. Panthers just no. Just get out of here.
DJ, who you got?
You know what? Last game that the Buccaneers played, we saw a God King fall. But guess what? He shall rise again. He shall rise again, my friend.
Perfect for the holiday season.
I will say.
Okay, and Tanner.
Look, with all these injuries, man, we got some weapons in the back, so you don't got to worry about the Buccaneers. Don't worry about it. We got it. -10 spread.
Oh my god.
Oh, you guys. Yeah, I can't deny it. They're going to bounce back. They're supposed to get Antonio Brown back, which I'm currently looking on fantasy to see if anybody has Antonio Brown in my league.
Clown.
He's a free agent. I might just pick him up because Buccaneers are going to need somebody to throw to besides Gronk. Oh, wait. Gronk might also be injured. Oh, shoot. But yeah, they should be able to do enough to beat up on the Panthers. The Panthers had that great start this season, and they panthered themselves.
Who's starting for Panthers?
Probably.
I want to say it's Cam.
Yeah, I think it's Cam, and Cam.
Oh, they're gonna win easy.
Cam hasn't won a game in like 12 tries or something. Like he's 0-12.
So you guys want to know an interesting fact about the Panthers?
Yo,
They've got the number 2 defense right now,
that is interesting.
and the 28th offense.
Oh god.
Oh man, that defense needs help.
Yeah, it does.
I gotta say, it doesn't matter how many players are out offensively or defensively or whatever. The Panthers are just trash right now, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole meme of saying that Cam Newton is getting paid to sub out his backup for his backup's backup. It's like, oh my gosh, they are an absolute shipwreck in offense. And I mean, their defense is phenomenal, but I mean, going back to the whole thing, if your defense or if your offense can give you a chance to get off the field and recoup, it's like, dude, you're done.
Yeah.
And apparently the last time these two met was last year, November 14th. Tampa Bay absolutely destroyed them 46-23.
Yeah, it makes sense. Let's go ahead and move on to the next matchup. The one that the thumbnail is based off of. It is the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the New York Jets. The Jaguars are 2-12. The Jets are 3-11. And I get to break down this game. And all I can say is, oh, you guys, look at the little babies. Oh, that's so cute. The number 1 and number 2 rookies are going to go head to head. Unfortunately for one of these rookies, they're on a worse team, and that's the Jacksonville Jaguars. Getting rid of Urban Meyer, and, last season and this season, the thing was you fire your head coach, you get to win the next game. It was automatic for some unknown reason. Not with the Jacksonville Jaguars. That tells you how bad they are. So I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I'm going with the team that still has their head coach. Give me the Jets. And it's weird that I'm this confident for a 3-win team. Chris?
You know what to do.
All right, Jacksonville. Oh, coin flip. No.
Yes, coin flip.
It was like I was going to make a joke, but then, yes, I do know what to do. All right. How do you want it? Heads for what?
Heads for Jacksonville, tail for New York.
Okay. It is heads, so Jacksonville
Okay.
it
Jacksonville
is.
Jaguars.
All right. All
Whoa!
right. This game could go either way. DJ, would you
It
like
really
the coin flip?
I don't want a coin flip. I like, it's a kind of easy scenario. You got 2 poo-butt teams that are playing for literally nothing. However, one team has their head coach who gets everybody fired up, and the other does not have their head coach that wasn't really a head coach either way. So I think it's more favorable for the team with the coach that they'll ride with. So I'm going New York Jets. And I will say, honestly, from the crazy things that I've heard about Urban Meyer, I'm super happy that he's out of there. I bet you that all the players are super happy that he's out of there, because I've been hearing nothing but stories of him being an absolute jerk. It's like, you know what? You come from college, you're coming to the pros, and you try to be some big shot guy. These are grown men. They're not going to respond to that. Get the heck out of here. Give me the Jets.
Should never have been the head coach, in my opinion. Tanner?
Pretty sure his wife will be happy he's not a head coach either.
I don't know. She stayed with him after the whole bar fiasco. Disgusting.
Hey, that's just true love, bro.
Oh my
True love or
God.
true stupidity.
If
Or
I am
complacent.
gonna bro down with Urban Meyer and anything, I guess that's the one thing I'm gonna bro down with him, man. Hey, you got
Oh Lord.
no, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Tanner.
All right, so I was looking at this game more than I should have. It's interesting. Does anyone want to know the last time that the Jaguars won?
In 2019.
They won this season.
Like one.
Oh, the last time they won this season.
That was
Won a
against the
game.
Bills, 9-6, and that was like 10 weeks
No.
ago.
November 7th.
Yeah.
They haven't
Oh,
won a
God.
game since November 7th.
Yeah.
When I was looking at the stats for this is the first time I think for us. And this is why I'm leaning this way. Does anyone want to know what the spread or the favorite is?
Sure.
New York.
It's even.
Oh
Wow.
no way.
It's even. That's the first time I've seen it even.
God damn.
ESPN says 52.5 for the Jets, but I'm gonna go with Jacksonville just on the weirdness that it says even.
You guys want to know some stats about these teams right now too?
Before
So-
you do that, I would just like to say Jacksonville, because of the Lions handling the Cardinals, now have the number 1 overall pick
Again.
again.
Wait, the Jags or the Lions?
The
Jags
Jags,
have it now.
The Lions are 2-11-1. The Jags are 2-12.
You know what? That's such a sad thing. Like when a team like that gets back-to-back first-round picks. Because with Trevor Lawrence, I'm hoping that he develops, but with so much uncertainty in that, it's like, where do you go? You know, where do you go?
Imagine playing your whole life and get drafted.
So
You
what
still
are you
get
gonna
paid
say?
though. You still get paid.
So, on these are the 4 main stats are going for. So for offense, Jacksonville's 31st, New York is 22nd. Defense, the Jets are 32nd, and Jacksonville's 20th. Passing, New York 15th, Jacksonville 28th, and then rushing 30th for the Jets, 22nd for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So it's like in certain areas they're like completely one-sided, and then the other one is completely one-sided. So it's going to be an interesting matchup.
Welcome to the stream, Mr. TikTok. Great to see you. He says, Jets, Jets. Thank you so much for being here, man. Really does mean a lot to me. Hope you are having a wonderful holiday season. Let's move on to the next matchup, shall we? It is going to be the LA Rams taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The Rams are 10-4. The Vikings are 7-7. Ben would have broken down this game, but you know who I want to hear break down this one? I want to hear Chris break this one down.
Okay, so I actually saw a stat somewhere where I don't want to know about this game. What the hell is going on here?
Oh man, Mr. TikTok is having Chick-fil-A. I love Chick-fil-A.
So apparently the Vikings have won 5 of the last 6 meetings with the Rams. Now, the Rams are actually starting to look, well, they looked okay at the beginning of the season, but then, they started kind of stumbling on themselves. They couldn't really beat a team above 500, but you know what? They beat the Cardinals. And the Vikings, it's the Vikings, Ben, as Ben would say, sometimes the Vikings are really good, but then sometimes they just like to freaking crap the bed.
True.
I don't know. I feel like the Rams were actually kind of handed the game against Seattle, from what I've heard, because I didn't actually watch that game because I hate Seattle. But I'm gonna play it safe and go with the Rams. I know that the Vikings are playing at home, but I feel like something is gonna happen where they're gonna Viking themselves and lose.
Mr. TikTok says he's going to that game. So that's exciting. I hope he has a wonderful time. DJ, do you think he's going to leave happy?
Honestly, in my opinion, I will say that I do believe that he's going to leave happy. I know it sounds crazy, especially because You got a great offensive firepower with the LA Rams. Matt Stafford, Cooper Kupp has been the golden connection the entire season. Cooper Kupp leading in touchdowns, receiving yards, the whole deal. He's been absolutely smashing it. And then also you have the Rams with a phenomenal defense. But for some reason,
Hey!
Vikings, man.
Just
Y'all
in
He
need
did
time.
it just in time.
Against
Just
the
in
Raiders.
time.
just in time. There he is. Well,
Hey, why the hell are all you guys shirtless, bro?
what
What are you
We're
talking,
talking
about?
about.
What?
are you talking about?
Yeah!
Yeah! Let's go!
I'm
Oh,
talking about. So we were just getting into it to where I was saying that the Rams have a high firepower on offense and a stout defense. But for whatever reason, when the Vikings play these big-time teams where they're projected to lose, they show up and Kirk Cousins dominates. I know it's kind of wishy-washy against the Bears, but you know what? Give me Kirk Cousins and the Skull Nation.
Ooh. And Ben, you said you're going Vikings as well?
Yeah, look. They'll play down to any team, but they'll play up to any team. So it all depends on how the Rams want to play. If the Rams want to be bad, we'll play bad. If they want to play good, we'll play good. All right? But it's in Vikings' house. Give me the Vikings.
Okay. Tanner, do
Mainly
you agree?
because we need it to make the playoffs.
I don't know with this game. I was looking at it. They favored 3 points on the Rams, but something that's interesting is I think because you got to think of it now. We're in the season, the weather and stuff. It's gonna be 29 degrees when they're playing out there. Are the LA boys gonna be able to play like that? Oh, what were you saying, DJ?
Well, it's indoors.
Minnesota is indoors.
That's true, but are they gonna
that's
heat it
true.
up? Or is some wind gonna come in?
Well, Matthew
No.
Stafford played in Detroit for many years, and
It's true. But that was indoors as well. They have some state-of-the-art.
yeah, I just realized that like most of the stadiums in the cold weather are all like domes.
The only ones who aren't are like the OG ones, like the Bears, Packers, and some of the original 10 that were out there.
I'm just wondering how cold it's gonna get inside the stadium. I don't know, but
Zimmer knows Stafford, bro.
Rams.
Oh, you said
Thank you.
Whoa, he went Rams.
All right, so here's what I'm going to say. This season, Matthew Stafford has looked like a king at points. But you know what else he's looked like? He's looked like Matthew Stafford of Detroit. And you know what his record is against the Minnesota Vikings? 8-13. I'm going to go with the Minnesota Vikings and say that their biggest strength this week is that they're not in prime time. They even the playing field. So come on, DJ, you and me, let's go. Skull.
Whoa, baby, come on, Skull. Is that their sign? They do this?
Yeah, they do. Skull.
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 Me and
Zoltan.
Ben, when we were there, dude, it is the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. Just
It's pretty
having to-
gnarly.
Yeah.
Even at SoFi, it was. There were a lot of Vikings fans, and that's
What
full
is the
chant.
most terrifying? What is the most terrifying thing? The fans? How many that are there?
How many are there doing the skull chant all at once? And it
No,
just
you know what?
gets
You know what's
faster and
scary?
louder.
Is when you watch the Braves at home in the playoffs, and they go like, oh,
Oh yeah, the
freaking
tomahawk
lights,
chop.
like, oh yeah, the
Well,
tomahawk
also,
chop with the
I
lights.
have a feeling like the fans like the Vikings probably look a lot like Vikings. Like some sort of like 7'3" Nordic warriors. Like just would just smash you.
Yeah.
Like,
just
yeah.
got white
Scariest
bulls.
thing. And
Got
then
me white
NFL?
They get the what do they fucking drink back then? Sorry,
Hey,
second F word.
Drink out of the horn.
Moonshine.
Yeah, they drink out of the horn.
Bubbly tub.
All
I
right.
think that's scary, but I think the scariest thing, and I think DJ can agree with me with this, is going to a Raiders game in a Chargers jersey. The scariest thing that you can do.
In Oakland, yes.
In Oakland,
I
in
agree with
Oakland.
you, Tanner.
But in Vegas, yeah.
Vegas, those fans, the Vegas Raiders fans, are weak. And
They're
it
still
hurts.
new.
Yeah.
Like, come on, they're babies.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you went to the game when the Vegas Knights came in. What was the fandom like when they first came into Vegas for the Knights?
So that was their initial season, and that season, whenever I went, was about midway through. and Vegas was one of the best teams in the entire league. They had one of the best home records. I swear that the stadium was sold out for this game against the New York Islanders, and they absolutely loved it. They only scored once and lost 2-1, but just that energy in there, like, they have been wanting sports for so long. And I think the fact that the Raiders are an established franchise that already have a fan base, and not to, be too harsh on the Raiders, but they haven't made the playoffs since 2016.
Dynamic. And I gotta say that too, kind of going with you, what you're saying, Nick, it's like with the dynamic in Oakland, dude, it would be I would go to games with my dad and we'd be 2-14, dude. It'd be the last game of the season and people still show up and get rowdy. So hopefully it will get there. We'll see how it goes. But I'm telling you, whether or not in Oakland, if the Raiders were 3-10 or whatever, like 1 game in the season, it would still get hyped. Yeah. So I'm hoping time comes back soon.
All right. Well, I think we're going to have to say goodbye to Ben. He has to go do his wiener stuff. So have a good evening, Ben.
Later, go Vikings. Wait, which one is Chris picking?
Wait, what?
Who's Chris picking on this Vikings?
I'm picking Rams.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Love you, man.
Me too. Catch you guys later.
Later, Ben.
Happy holidays.
Later, Ben.
Uh-huh.
All right, so I'm actually changing to the Rams. No.
The Two-Face.
Let's go ahead and move on to the next matchup. The Buffalo Bills against the New England Patriots. Bills are 8-6. Patriots are 9-5. Again, a close race could decide the division. Tanner, talk about it.
I know. So what's going on, everybody? So this is actually a pretty big game for you guys that have seen. Something to note about this is that I want to call this the first real matchup against the Patriots and Bills, because the last matchup, did you guys remember that?
So much environmental factors.
Like 25-mile-an-hour wind, something like that, so you can't even throw. They say Mac Jones won that game with this stat, and I think they're trying to disproportionate or make it seem bigger than it is. But do you guys know that Mac Jones won over the Bills 14-10 with only 3 passes and 2 were completed?
Yep.
But I mean, what are you gonna do when you got 25-mile-per-hour and you're not even gonna attempt to throw it? But will we see a scuba suit come out, as Tom Brady likes to say it? I don't know. We'll see. But they're playing in Gillette. They're playing in Foxborough. The ESPN rates the Bills at 51.6. They favored them as the favorites, but Vegas as 2.5 points favored on the Patriots. I'm gonna go with the Patriots. They just lost last week. I think they need to come together and get another win. But if it goes the other way, I won't be surprised, because these are 2 really, really well teams.
So I saw a video talking about the Bills offense and the guy who is their offensive coordinator. And every year that this guy has been the offensive coordinator of a team, he has been consistently in the bottom half of the league, where I think it was like no higher than 22nd overall. And then last year was a fluke, because this season their offense is gone again. So I can't pick the Bills in good faith. I think that this is a learning experience for Mac Jones. You had a lot of wins, and then you got crushed handily by the Colts. It's time to bounce back. You need to be like Tom Brady. And he's going to hear this for the rest of his career about Tom Brady. But it's just something he has to get used to. It may be an unfair comparison, but he wasn't the one who chose to go to the Patriots. Chris?
Man, this is a really tough one, because like you guys said, the last game that they played, there were so many environmental factors that kind of, I wouldn't say worked in New York's favor, but they did not work in either team's favor, really. I don't know. I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna say the Bills, not because I'm confident that they're gonna win, but I just feel like switching it up this time. It's just gonna be with the weather being somewhat normal.
Hopefully,
I feel like hopefully, yeah. If the weather changes, then there goes my pick. But I don't know. The Bills have to get something right this week, and I think this is gonna have to be a get right game. Otherwise, they are pretty toast for the rest of the season, I think.
DJ, how's that steak?
Oh, it's good. I gotta say, I think the Patriots have the Bills number. Year in, year out, for however long it's been since Brady has started. And now, even after the Brady era, the Patriots have always had the Bills number, especially at home. I think the Patriots are ticked off about that loss that they incurred last week. They're ready to step up and, really show what they're about at their stadium with their home fans. I'm going Bill Belichick, the mastermind, even though he looks like a train wreck in there. that was the picture that I got the fastest off the internet. That's Bill. I'm going Bill and the Patriots. I think, Mac Jones has done a phenomenal job of answering into big primetime games. So give me the Patriots at home.
Okay, I will give you the Patriots at home. Let's move on to the next. Oh, God, this matchup. I hate this matchup so much. It is the Detroit Lions taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The Lions are 2-11-1. The Falcons are 6-8. DJ, you get to break down this game. I hate this game.
All right, everybody, I'll break this game down. It's not a pretty one, and I don't think that anything like what happened with the Lions last week is going to happen this week, because it's sometimes in those moments, and I know we talked about some teams saying that they have nothing to play for this week, like the Giants and whatnot. And there's sometimes where teams that have nothing to play for, they just rise to the occasion and they just win and they play out of their minds. And, the other team, the opposing team, plays at a lower standard and, they get sloppy and whatnot. This is not one of those games that I think that that is going to happen for the Lions. You got the Atlanta Falcons. They have a strong core, a couple of big-time playmakers that could really turn it around and make things happen. So I think with the Falcons being at home, having Matty Ice, Cordarrelle Patterson, and a couple other pieces to their team, that they're going to show that the Detroit Lions deserve that second or third round draft pick this upcoming offseason. Give me the Falcons.
Okay. Tanner.
I'm gonna go with the Falcons. I think this is a really easy pick. Did the Lions get all their wins for this season? Possibly, but I'm just gonna go with the Falcons. I think this one's pretty easy.
I think it's a 50-50 personally, and so I'm going to coin flip it. DJ, what is heads?
What do you mean? What is heads?
Lions or Falcons?
Lions. Do Lions.
Lions heads. Okay.
Head.
I'm going with the Detroit Lions.
Oh, no way. Is that what the coin gave you? You could change your pick, dude.
I know I can, but it came out as heads, so I got to go
You
with
gotta get
heads.
a one-sided coin.
What?
Give the illusion of choice.
I know
Yeah.
that there's only a few weeks left for our broadcast, but maybe there should be a rule that you have to go with the coin flip that you get on the flip. Can that be a thing?
Yeah, that's what we've been doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try and
Unnamed rule.
incorporate one coin flip per video lately.
All right, I wasn't sure. I haven't taken a coin flip yet. Then I don't know. That's why I just threw it out there. But
I feel like there's another game on here that could be a coin flip worthy. Broncos and Raiders, maybe. Test your luck.
What the hell? Are you kidding me? I know who's gonna win that game. Don't even get me started.
Well,
It's not a segment yet.
we'll get you started in a little bit. Chris, your pick.
I'm gonna go with the Lions. And I'm not even coin flipping for it.
Oh
Look,
my!
after that game against the Cardinals, Dan Campbell was just on fire. You know, he was ecstatic, and I think just the whole team as a whole are their morale has just finally skyrocketed. Will it be enough to beat the Falcons? I don't know, but I'm hoping so.
Okay, I love it. Let's move on. Oh God, I hate this next matchup as well. It is the LA Chargers taking on the Houston Texans. The Chargers are 8-6. Texans are 3-11. Chris, you get to talk about this matchup.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about the worst of the two first. So the Chargers. Sorry. No.
Nah, if you're talking to DJ, that is the worst of the two.
Okay. In all seriousness, the Texans won against arguably one of the worst teams other than themselves. That was definitely a coin toss. Huh. Oh, you're really going like that? I'm just like,
no. Look at the chat. Look at the chat.
Look at the chat.
Yeah, look at the chat. Look at what Mr. TikTok just sent.
Lions will win. Yeah. Whoa. Falcons. As a Falcons fans, I have to cheer for the Dolphins against the Saints.
Let's go, DJ.
Ooh. So like I was saying, Texans beat the Jacksonville Kitty Cats, and then the Chargers had a very, very soul-crushing loss in the first couple minutes of overtime to the Kansas City Chiefs. And man, watching that hurt. But you can't do anything against Tyreek Hill. I mean, honestly, they literally just didn't do anything when he got the ball, and they were just like, oh, whatever.
Get that ball. Woo! Sorry. Sorry, Chris. I had to say it.
Monetized.
Do you monetize?
No, maybe we will get monetized finally.
Okay.
That would be sick if we just skyrocketed and monetized.
Like a million subscribers in the next.
We got 4 dad bods right here. We love it.
Nick, honestly, I don't know how you feel about this, bro, but straight up just take a screenshot of you standing up the side profile of your body and just put NFL Week 16. Just put that as the thumbnail with that title. Just forget everything else. I know you did a lot of hard work, but literally just try that and see what happens. Just a photo of that in NFL Week 16.
Dude.
I would click on that. I would click on that video. I would click on that video. Be like, what is this? It's an hour long.
Once this is over, I will go ahead and get a white screen and just do that and say, NFL Week 16 predictions and just put it up, and we'll see what happens.
Do NFL Week 16. Just Week 16. That's just it.
Fair enough.
Oh my
fair
God.
enough.
People came at the right time.
Before you continue, Chris, I'm sorry. Mr. TikTok, I know he says no hate, but those are fighting words. I want you to bring it, man. Come on. Yeah, you don't want none of this. You don't want none of this.
I love that. That's sick.
Yeah, somebody gave it to me for a Christmas present. A little tiny.
I love that.
Those are awesome.
All right, sorry. Can you just give us your picks?
I'm going Chargers because every single stat that the Texans have: offense 32nd, defense 28th, passing 31st, rushing 20 or 32nd. So obviously, I'm going to go with the Chargers.
Okay.
Texans suck.
And DJ, who are you going with, buddy?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Who are you going with? Chargers, Texans.
Give me the Chargers as much as I hate it.
All right. And Tanner?
I'm gonna go with the Chargers. I'm gonna talk about them in the upcoming. Well, I guess I could talk about them here because they're here. They found their roots again, bro. They figured out how to not convert on 4th down, and they lost. They would have won that game if they could pull it together, but they couldn't. I think I don't know how many. I was pissed off watching that game, bro. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chargers. They got a they got 10-point favorite against them, so I'm gonna go. I think it's almost an 80% favorite against them, against the 80%.
Yeah,
against Texans. So I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
Screw the Texans. I'm going with the Chargers, and I know that Mills. Apparently, if he plays well for the rest of the season, he could be the starter next season for the Texans. And it's like the NFL is just hoping and praying the Texans just do that. Just keep giving Mills as the quarterback. Okay, and we will move on to the next matchup so we can go a little bit faster here.
I know we've already gone over the Buccaneers, but apparently Leonard Fournette is going to be out for the rest of the season with the hamstring injury too.
My Saints,
Rest
man.
of the season?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's rough. Moving on is the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Ravens and Bengals are both tied 8-6. I get to talk about this one. And as far as we are aware, Lamar Jackson missed out on practice today. So there's some question marks about will he be able to play on Sunday. If he's not practicing on Wednesday, I don't know. He's a very good player. Hey, Compilation Crew is also in the chat. Welcome back, man. I'm very happy to have him here. Yes, what he says in the chat, Tyler Huntley is better than Lamar. I was more impressed with what Huntley was doing against the Green Bay Packers, honestly. I feel like the Baltimore Ravens with Huntley at quarterback are actually better. I don't know. That's just me. Whereas the Bengals, where's that Jamar Chase connection, man? Like, yeah, they look good on paper, but they're not wowing me anymore. The defense isn't wowing me except for Trey Hendrickson, but other than that, they haven't been wowing me. So I think I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens if they have Tyler Huntley. If they had Lamar, I think I would have gone with the Bengals. Chris?
Man, I don't know about this one because I feel like sometimes Lamar can either be really good and help the team pull off some really good victories, but then sometimes, he doesn't. But I know even though he's out, the Ravens just barely lost to, the Steelers. And then who did the Bengals play last week again? They was
Browns? No, not Browns.
No.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either, but I don't know, both these teams are looking okay so far this season. I really haven't been paying attention to either one of them. I'm just gonna go off on the off chance and say that the Bengals somehow pull it off. I don't really feel comfortable picking either one of these teams really, but I'm gonna go with the Bengals.
Okay, and DJ?
Since they're at home team.
Della or DJ?
I know that the record between these two teams says that it's going to be a crazy matchup. And I think it is, actually. But for me, I just like the Ravens. I don't like the Bengals. I think that Jamar Chase and also Joe Burrow have that special connection that carried from LSU over to the NFL. But you know what? I think that the Baltimore Ravens are hungry. They've shown that they could, step up against one of the best teams in the league, to which the Cincinnati Bengals are not. I'm going with the Ravens on the road.
Okay.
Just so you guys know, the last time these two teams faced off back in October, the Bengals beat the Ravens 41-17.
Like I said, I feel like they're better with Huntley. Tanner?
I want to go with Lamar Jackson, but not if he tries to do another 2-point attempt when they could have kicked it to tie the game last week.
So you're going Baltimore?
Absolutely.
Okay. So Chris?
I hope he learned his mistake this time.
Oh, well, the Ravens media staff, they went ahead and released the audio of Jim Harbaugh consulting everybody on should we kick or should we go for the fourth and win it all here? And it's like, you're a moron. You just take it to overtime. But whatever. Let's go ahead and move on to the next matchup. Oh, we're almost done, you guys. We are almost done.
Just a quick thing on that. So I saw something that John Harbaugh asked all of his players, do you want to go for it? Should we go for it? And all the players, of course, said yes. And, I mean, I really admire the fact that John Harbaugh, went up to his players and asked them. But it's like, if you're a player, obviously you're going to be riled up and be like, let's win this. Let's get the glory if you're a player.
Yep.
That's when you as a head coach, obviously want to talk and trust your guys. But, that's why you're in the position. You need to make those smart choices, to which I think that if they would have kicked the field goal, tied it, if they would have got the ball, I think they had a huge chance of scoring a touchdown and winning that game against the Packers. Just saying.
You have the best kicker in the league who could kick a 66-yard field goal.
Yep.
Either way. Moving on to the next matchup, it is the Chicago Bears taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The Bears are 4-10. Seattle is 5-9. This game would have been covered by Ben, but I'm going to ask Tanner to please do back-to-back games.
I don't mind at all. Let me just pull it up here. I have my highlighted vest somewhere. I don't know if it'll come up, but it's good enough to be a jersey, right?
Sure.
Let's talk about it. So Seattle right now is favored 73.5% over the Bears. The Bears are out of the playoffs. But they have their favorite 6.5 points. And the Seahawks lost last week to the Rams, but they beat Houston. No surprise. They beat San Francisco. Kind of a surprise there. I was actually going to pick Seattle for that game, but I decided not to, just because I was hoping a little bit for Jimmy Garoppolo. Then they lost to Washington. Then they lost to Cardinals. No surprise there. But the Bears, you know what team they've beaten in the past five games?
Who?
They beat the Lions.
Yeah.
They've lost to Baltimore, they've lost to the Cardinals, they've lost to Green Bay, then they've lost to Minnesota. So if I see the way history repeats itself, I'm going to go with Seattle.
Yeah, and I got to say, I think that's almost more of an accomplishment, the fact that the Bears have beat the Lions, because, I mean, the Lions have beat and tied some of the best powerhouses,
Out of the 4 games that they've won this year, 2 of them have been because they beat the Lions.
Yeah. Gosh, the magic's not there with Russ anymore, but I'm still going with the Seattle Seahawks. They're a better team.
Chris, can you pull up that photo of Russell Wilson while you're doing your
your pick? Hold up. There's Russell Wilson here.
I think DJ's seen this one before, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, there we go. There's Russell Wilson.
That's a good one. I like that one, Chris.
I'm gonna keep that one up for a little while.
Yeah.
Did you tell me to go next, Nick?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you were mentioning earlier about me never picking the Seahawks, I'm gonna continue that trend just because I hate them so much. I don't even care if the Bears lose. I just don't want to pick Seattle at all this season.
The opposite of DJ and his Raiders.
And also to just kind of clarify, I don't know where or how these stats are like pulled together, but apparently the Bears have the number 9th defense and the number 8 rushing, where Seattle is just like below like 25 on everything. Almost.
Those rankings are usually just based off of either points per game or yards per game. That's it.
Yeah, Seattle looks terrible on this. They're 31st in offense, or 30th in offense, 31st in defense, 27th passing, and 23rd rushing.
Yikes. DJ.
You know what? With all that terrible stat line stuff, I don't know. I'm going to go with the Seahawks on this one. I like the Seahawks. And the reason being is because I know the potential that the Seahawks have. And against someone or a team like the Chicago Bears and someone like Justin Fields, who's still trying to get a rhythm in, I think that the Seahawks have enough veteran status on their team to pull out a win at home against the Bears.
Okay. And that'll wrap it up for those picks. Let's move on to the Pittsburgh Steelers in Kansas City against the Chiefs. The Steelers are 7-6-1. The Chiefs are 10-4. Tanner, break it down.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? So, the Chiefs are on a 7-game winning streak, and they have not lost a game since November 1st. A long time. That's almost 2 months that they've been on a winning streak. But the weird thing is that they barely beat the Chargers in overtime last week. I was pissed about that game. The Chiefs would have lost that game, but like I said, the Chargers found their footing, found their roots. They're able to somehow lose again in the fourth quarter and never convert. But Steelers beat the Titans last week. They have not been on the board all season, but I think they will be, because you guys hear that Patrick tested?
I know most of the team tested positive.
You know who's replacement?
Did they really?
Yeah, Tyreek
You know whose
Hill
replacement is?
tested positive. The tight end, I can't think of his name, Kelsey, tested positive. A lot of their weapons have tested positive. So if they're asymptomatic and have the vaccine, if they can produce a negative test result, they can still play by Sunday.
You know whose replacement is?
Chad Henning.
Jackson. I'm just kidding. Patrick's fine. Patrick's fine. I just got to do that joke. I just have to every time.
No,
Jackson's
I
replacing him.
like that you brought up that point too, because that just makes me to hate the Chiefs even more. Guy's such a jerk.
But will we see more of Danton Jackson this week? We might, because Chiefs are favored 75.6%, and they have positive 7. So, I'm sorry, well, they have 7 points favored on them. So give me the Chiefs.
Okay.
I would like to see the Steelers pull out a win here, but they're just, like I said, they just haven't been all there this season. They've just been all around.
Nope. Halo is back. He says, hello, I made it back. Glad to have you back, Halo. I'm also going with the Chiefs. I think that with how Big Ben is playing with the Steelers and everything, I think the Chiefs should be just fine, especially if that means that they have to pull out a couple of surprises, which is a welcome installment. Chris?
So you want to know who I hate just as much or a little bit less than the Seahawks?
Tanner.
No, it's the Pittsburgh Steelers. I honestly, there's something about the Steelers that I absolutely dislike. Whether it's the fan base, the team itself, other than TJ Watt, because I like all the Watt brothers. They're all pretty cool and pretty good players. But I also have a bet going on with a coworker who's a Steelers fan. Saying that the Dolphins will have a better record by the end of the season than the Steelers.
Ooh.
And I'm wanting that to be in fruition. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
There you go.
Not only because of that, because the Chiefs are obviously a much better team, whether they have Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Tyreek Hill. But yeah, the bet is $20. Our teams are kind of neck and neck. Steelers 7-6-1, Miami obviously 7-7. So I could be $20 richer.
Okay, DJ.
You know what? For one, Chris, those hot Cheeto nacho fries look so damn good.
They do.
Every time you were talking, I just wanted a full plate of that. It looks so good.
Before you pick, we have another bot. Welcome to the chat, bot. Thank you so much for being here, buddy. Whatever link that is, don't click on it.
Shit. I can't even pronounce that.
Yeah, they just slammed on the keyboard. DJ?
You know what? F you, bot out there. How dare you come into our stream and try to, violate us with your cyber war. But for me, you know what? I'm down, and I don't even care if I stay down, because it's all about taking a chance.
Oh,
Serious move. If you want that jersey, I'm going Steelers.
Ooh.
Steelers. I want the Steelers. I think that they could provide. They have the team to make an upset, even though I don't want the Steelers to win, because then that means that they would be in the wild card race over the Raiders if they were to get a win over the Broncos this week. But I just think that they have if Ben Roethlisberger plays well enough, they have the team that can pull an upset against the Chiefs. Give me the Steelers.
Okay, I respect it. Let's go ahead and move on to the next matchup, where if you ask one of us, it's the biggest game of the whole weekend. It is the Denver Broncos taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Both of these teams are 7-7. DJ, you're going to be breaking it down, buddy.
You feel it, America? You feel the electricity in the air. It has come down to this week, and this week alone. There have been so many chances for both these teams to make a statement and to make a solid push. Thank you, Mr. TikTok. Raider Nation, stand up. That is what I'm talking about. Yeah, get off your asses, everybody. If you are, look at that. Woo! Nick knows. Look at that. Look at that dancing machine right there.
Sorry, I don't feel like doing the truffle shuffle right now.
I forgot. I totally forgot I had this that I wanted to wear during the show.
The entire show, and also because of that, I feel even stronger about my prediction. But so we got the Raiders. They have been so up and down. Derek Carr's been playing like crap. Rich Bisaccia has not shown any leadership at all whatsoever, and just being very minute into any actual coaching scenarios and decisions. Some players have packed it in. A lot of injuries going on, but they showed up to play against the Browns on Monday in Cleveland. And even though the entire team basically was out with COVID, there was a little bit of a spark with the Raiders. There really was one bit of a spark with the Raiders saying, hey, we're not going to give up, because, that late in the game on the line, it could really go, one way or the other. However, more than likely with that little of time left, it's going in a bad direction rather than a good one. And for the Raiders, it went in a good direction. For the Broncos, they lost Teddy Bridgewater. It was a absolute nasty scene, getting carted off the field. Ooh. Really bad. Had full on, like a really bad concussion type symptom thing going on. It was really terrible. We got Drew Lock in there, which he's shown some, pros and cons to his game. But all in all, this is a division rivalry. This is the Raiders back at Raider Nation in Las Vegas. And a lot of players are coming back healthy on both sides for the Broncos and the Raiders. But if you have to ask anybody who's really going to be fired up for this game, it's going to be the team who's willing to lay it all out on Sunday. And that team for me is the Las Vegas Raiders. Give me Raider Nation, baby. You know what it is.
Shocker. Tanner.
I'm glad I'm back. It was like really, really laggy there. I was listening to you guys on like reporter speed there. Raider Nation, just because DJ's back. I'll go Raider Nation. Even though they're not favored, they're actually dead even right now in Vegas. They're dead even again.
The more votes for the Raiders we have, the better. The more
they are at home.
Yes.
Second home, so we'll see what happens. Oakland's not that far of a drive from Vegas. Actually, it could be, but it is closer than going to Denver. So let's go Raider Nation.
Let's do it.
Now, DJ, I need you to understand. I want to win a jersey.
Don't do this.
I want to win a jersey.
Buddy.
Listen. My heart is with the Las Vegas Raiders, but this week I just have a feeling about the Broncos. I want the Raiders to win. I'm sending them my energy, but I want that jersey, man.
Okay, I get it, Nick, but because we are on a podcast show, you have to validate your reasoning as to why this is the case.
Because of Teddy Bridgewater. These guys are going to be playing for him.
Okay, that's a valid. I can understand that. That's valid.
Chris.
I don't like it. It's kind of BS, but okay.
So I've got two things for you guys. So stats. The Raiders have a better offense by a slim margin. Broncos have a better defense by a wide margin. But the Raiders have a better passing defense by passing offense by a wide margin. And I also asked my friend Andrew, who's a Raiders fan. You know him as T-Dude in the live chat.
Yeah, he hasn't been here for a while.
Yeah, he's been busy with work.
Yeah.
So I asked him, "Can you guys beat the Broncos?" And he says, "I will always say yes. My opinion is skewed. I love the honesty, so I'm gonna go with the Raiders."
Okay.
I'm talking about Chris. We're all gonna make Nick feel like an idiot after this.
I don't know. With some of the picks earlier, I think I might be the idiot.
DJ, I come to you with a bet.
Ooh.
All right.
If the
all
Raiders win, shirt on the line. What do you
All
say?
right. You have an accord. Virtual handshake.
Virtual handshake.
All right. There we go. So if the Raiders win, I will get you a shirt. And, of course, we can go ahead and write it off on taxes. And when the Denver Broncos win, you will owe me a shirt. So there we go.
A Saints shirt, not a Bronco shirt. Let's just clarify, right?
God, no. I would love it if it's like I send you, like, oh, I want this shirt. And then you buy me, like a Jets shirt or something. I'm like, God dang it.
I will get you a Minshew shirt.
Ooh. Not Philadelphia, though. Not Philadelphia.
Only a
It's got to be Broncos.
There you go.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next matchup. Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. TikTok wants us to answer his question. He says he has his best friend is a Dolphins fan, and they both live in Minnesota. He's a Vikings fan. What should he say to him? I say just apologize. Just straight up, I'm sorry. Just like I do to Chris. Like, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Mean harm.
Yeah. Are you cool to talk to your fans? No. Bro, we're doing a live stream. We're trying to get through this. It's been an hour and a half. Let's move on to the next matchup. It is the Washington football team against the Dallas Cowboys. Washington is 6-8. Cowboys are 10-4, and it's another time that we are subjected to Cowboys and prime time. Chris, talk about it.
Okay, so the Dallas Cowboys are going on a complete rampage, and I don't like it because who actually likes watching the Cowboys win? I don't. Maybe Cowboys fan. And then you got Washington, who I feel like Washington has been that team where people want them to win, but they just keep shooting themselves in the foot. I know I wanted them to win the last time these two teams went against each other. That did not go very well for me. And I don't think I'm going to choose Washington this time. So I'm going to go with Dallas because I don't want to pick the upset again because I've already picked up some upsets so far. And this is not going to be one of them.
Okay, and DJ.
All right, for me, Dolphins and Cowboys. Give me the Dolphins, baby. Oh, sorry. Wait.
It's going to say.
I mean, I appreciate the enthusiasm.
I was typing into the YouTube chat, and then I was looking at our notes, and I was like, oh, Dolphins and Cowboys. I was like, I'm going to throw Chris off so hard and take the Dolphins.
They're pulling double duty.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. In that case, give me the Cowboys because Washington is slappy.
Yeah. All right, Tanner.
I'm gonna pick the Cowboys. I'm sorry, Nick, but Dak Prescott, Amari Cooper, fuck you guys. You guys made me lose fantasy last week. I was number one in my league. I was number one in my league, and I lost the last place because they didn't perform. So I'm out of playoffs. So yeah, that's for you guys. But I hope you guys do better this week.
I'm sorry, Tanner. I feel your pain on that, dude. I lost to the number 2. I lost to number 7 seed, and I was number 2.
Damn.
Yeah. I was number 1 and I lost the last one, so I was pissed off this week.
I swear that's what happened.
I think Nick died.
It's just like Justin Fields. He's pronounced dead.
I'm dead. I can't be part of the show anymore. You guys cuss way too much. So this is who I am now. I'm going to be going with the Dallas Cowboys because the Washington football team just sucks booty. So yeah, thanks for that. Cheers. Okay, well, now I just gotta move everybody back. All right, moving on to the last matchup of the week. It is the Miami Dolphins taking on the New Orleans Saints, the best team in the entire league. The Dolphins and Saints are both tied at 7-7. Who gets to break down this game? Is it Chris or is it Nick? Oh, it's Nick! Because they're the home team. And you know what? They're the best team. I'm not even going to give Chris a chance to talk like how Tanner does usually when it's the divisional games. Nah, the Dolphins are straight poopy, man. They suck. And the Saints, we just defeated the greatest of all time, Tom Brady. Suck it, Tom. Suck it. We are the best team in the entire league, and nobody can tell me otherwise. We're going to black out the dome, and then we're going to give all the Dolphins players black eyes. I don't even care anymore. This season has just been so rough on me and my fan base.
So you're saying that basically that this game is going to be...
Stop it, Chris. This is my segment. I told you I'm not giving you an ounce. The Dolphins are terrible. They are horrible people. And you know what? You know what, Chris? It doesn't matter what you think. The Saints are going to win.
This isn't even a fair segment, Nick. You're a ventriloquist.
Yeah, I'm not even trying right now. I should probably go get my puppet because I'm doing like the hand thing from that one TV show. With all due respect, I actually like the Dolphins, and I'm quite scared for this matchup. I'm only picking the Saints because it's part of the bit. So, Chris.
Well, I guess it's only fair that I picked the Dolphins.
I heard Saints.
No,
Magic
in all
Can
honesty,
speaks. Magic Can speaks. And you know what? You're also picking the Seahawks. Congrats.
Wow.
DJ.
Give me the Saints. Sick defense.
Great hands.
I'm sorry, Chris. I was going to go Dolphins because I love rolling with the Dolphins with you, but this time I'm going Saints.
Perfect. Love it. Tanner?
One, because you guys said that and it brought it up. What do Urban Meyer and ventriloquists have in common?
They stick the things up the butts.
Oh, dear. This is why I can't put my face on screen anymore, Chris. This is why I give it up.
Okay, here's something I wanted to point out. It seems like I know where Chris is going. Saints are 62% favored to win. They're favored 3 points, but the Saints of their last 5 games have only won. They won against the Jets and they won against Tampa Bay, which, I mean, Tampa Bay is a big one, but they lost to Dallas.
Equally important.
The Jets. They lost to Buffalo and they lost. They lost to Eagles. But do you guys know how many of the last 6 games? You know how many ones the Dolphins won?
All of them.
They won all of them. They're on a 6-game winning streak right now.
It'll be a shame to see it end, but all records have to end sometime.
Who's it going to be, Tanner?
Who's it going to be, Tanner?
Why don't you just sit right there?
Which one would Ben go for in this game?
He would go for the Saints, obviously.
No, I'm pretty sure he'd go with
Shut
the
up,
Dolphins.
shut up.
I'm going to go Saints. I want that jersey.
Awesome. Tanner, can you bring your face over here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, closer to the side of the screen.
Oh, this side? Okay, I got you.
No, other side.
This side?
Yeah.
All right.
Mwah. Thank you. Screw you, Chris. Screw you. All right.
That's all right.
I just want to personally thank everybody for joining us for our holiday live stream. It's been an absolute pleasure. We didn't do anything special for this holiday live stream, and you guys have really made it all the difference. Thank you guys so much. Of course, we do have the Instagram results. Let me just go ahead and grab them. Righty is going to be handling the Instagram stuff, so if you give us a second. Why don't you guys go ahead and share what your game of the weeks are while we're waiting?
Oh, definitely Saints and Dolphins, but also Jacksonville and Jets.
My game of the week is Raiders and Broncos all day.
Well, I was hoping you would be able to see the phone, but you don't. So, oh well. Tanner, your game of the week?
I think Patriots and Bills, because like I said, this is going to be the first real game between them.
Okay, perfect. All right, well, let's take a look at the Instagram polls. First up, we have 49ers and Titans, 5-1 in favor of the 49ers. Then we have the Packers and Browns, 5 for the Packers, 1 for the Browns. Colts, Cards, 4 for the Colts, 2 for the Cards. Giants, Eagles, 4 for the Eagles, 2 for the Giants. Rams and Vikings, 6 for the Rams, 1 for the Vikings. Whoa, I feel dumb now. Moving on to the Patriots and Bills, 3 for the Patriots, 2 for the Bills. Buccaneers and Panthers, 3 for the Bucks, 2 for the Panthers. Jets and Jaguars, 4 for the Jets, 1 for the Jaguars. Interesting split. Falcons, Lions, 4 for the Falcons, 1 for the Lions. Texans and Chargers, 4 for the Chargers, 2 for the Texans. Bengals, Ravens, 5-0 in favor of the Bengals. I'm actually shocked. Moving on
My
to
people.
My people, exactly. Seahawks and Bears, 6 for the Seahawks, 1 for the Chicago Bears. Chiefs and Steelers, anybody would like to take a guess? That's right, it's dead even. Raiders, Broncos, DJ, you might be happy to hear it's 5-2 in favor of the Raiders.
That's what I'm talking about.
Cowboys versus the Washington No Names, 3 for the Cowboys, 2 for the No Names. Saints and Dolphins. Oh, I don't like this at all. 3
Let's
for
get
the
the
Dolphins,
numbers.
2 for the Saints.
That's what I thought. That is what I thought.
This isn't exactly the most appealing Instagram stuff, and
Oh,
clearly
it-
this
it
stuff
is-
doesn't work.
It is the most appealing.
It
And
doesn't
you know
work.
what?
We're canceling. We're canceling.
I'm about to add another one for the Dolphins right now.
You better not. You better not do that, bro. I swear, if I see it go up, I'm deleting my account.
I just
straight up.
bypassed everything and I just went for the Dolphins.
You mother effer. Anyways, I just want to say thank you to everybody for being on the live stream with us. It's really made our evenings, and I hope that we made your holidays a little bit more charming. Just thank you guys so much. From everybody here at the Final Score, we hope that you guys have a safe and blessed holiday. Thank you very much. These have been our NFL predictions, and that's the Final Score. Thank you, and good night.